Hey, our good friends in C506. As always, it's always a pleasure to speak with any of our guests. In this case, we have here Jonathan Cathy from the Loyal Subjects.
Hey, what's going on? I'm gonna see if I can turn off my air conditioning on my cell phone so it's not buzzing.
Hey, just be careful. Don't have a heat stroke or something like that.
Ah, dude, it's beautiful here right now. It's like maybe low 70s. I mean, it's nice.
Oh, that's great.
Not, not too hot in California right now.
Okay. Well, over here is rainy.
Ah, what's that?
Over here is rainy, so that's fine.
Right.
So, so Jonathan, well, we're going to talk about this new line of toys and this Amazon exclusive deal that you got recently. But first, let me introduce you to our friends in Mexico and Latin America because actually there are some news for us.
All right. Hola, hermanos.
Amigos de C506, estoy hablando con Jonathan Cathy de Loyal Subjects, una línea que en México, por ejemplo, está siendo distribuida por Novelmex. Es una línea de juguetes, están muy bien hechos, tienen muy bonita caja, muy bonita presentación y son más económicos que aquellas líneas a las que ya estamos acostumbrados. Es que, bueno, tenemos algunas noticias para ustedes en Latinoamérica, nada más denme un poquito de chance. Okay, Jonathan. First of all, well, the last time we spoke with the Loyal Subjects, you were it was with Omar from Novelmex about these new lines with new blisters that also works as some kind of showcase for the figure. So if you are one of those that I will never take it out of its box, it will anyway make the figure look great on it. But now we're going to talk about this new Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles line.
Yeah.
That you got a deal for this, and the difference between um, other brands is that this is a pretty affordable line, but affordable is not the same as cheap. Let's clarify that because when you say cheap, it sounds as bad quality, and the Loyal Subjects maybe anything but that. The Loyal
Yeah.
Subjects do toys in high quality for affordable prices, and Jonathan is going to tell us a little bit more about that. Also, you may say, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. It's actually pretty hard to get a license of them. Is that right, Jonathan?
Well, I think anything in licensing is probably difficult. You have to, it's a business proposition, right? So you have to have a business proposal. It has to be meaningful. You have to have the distribution channels already in place. You can't invent your distribution. And it's about making a really sort of genuine, accurate statement. You essentially lease, IP that is owned by other people or created by other people, and with your brand of action figures or stylized figures or whatever the company is, whatever the platforms and the companies are, and you go out in the market swinging, and you hope people embrace it. But it's like anything. You're partnering with a studio, and so you have to have some credibility, and it's you have to be able to finance it, and you have to create a meaningful business, or else it's not going to work out. So as long as you can check all those boxes, and you have a competency in making product, that you have a good supply chain and a great distribution chain, and you're able to get those products out to people's, to wanting customers,
Mm-hmm.
then, you got a good shot at getting licensing. But I would say that's true with all licensing. Some are, you know, I'd say have less obstacles than others, and some are pretty difficult, and depending on what the studio is and and who the partners are.
In this case, you had to make any deal with the studios, I don't know, Nickelodeon or whoever has the rights for that, or you had to speak with Eastman and Laird.
Oh no, I mean, they've sold their rights a long time ago. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, they had cashed out, and I think they did pretty well. I've met Kevin Eastman a few times. He's awesome, great guy. He signed stuff for us to give out to fans. He's really supportive guy. Of course, it's Kevin Eastman and Peter Laird. It's their brainchild and their creation, and they set the world on fire with turtles that crawled out of the sewers with ninja powers. So, you got to hand it to them. Great imaginations. A lot of talent there. Great storytelling. It really captivated an entire generation and generations. Um, and then that sort of, you know, precluding then the Playmates era of Turtles and Playmates involvement of building Turtles out through the cartoons and having a lot of there you go, you got Baxter. So having a lot of creative input there as well, and creation for the Turtles brand as well. And then the brand eventually, being bought by Nickelodeon. Nickelodeon owns the brand, and they've done a fairly good job, getting content out and making it captivating and signing on partners to really kind of carry the water of Turtles. And we're more in their collectible version of those partnerships, not the Playmate partnership, which is just a gigantic partnership that covers all bases from preschool on up, but we're really focused on action figures and turning on, generations of Turtle fans with great products that sort of trigger their imaginations.
Okay, so well, the very first thing that comes in our attention and probably on the collectors will be the price. It's crazy. It's an average 20 something dollars price over there, and other brands have. Sorry,
it's below that. Yeah. So I mean,
it's
we've
below
had
that. So,
we've had action or best action out in the market at Walmart since mid-November of last year of 2020. And we started out at $15.96 in market, and we have a great scale. We got tons of variety. It says best action, and we're really boasting best price, best features. Kind of a best customer experience at the best price. I mean, that's the whole point. It's our idea of a best action, and walking into retail is what we call the best self date. Buy yourself an action figure, a slice of pizza, and go home.
that's the thing. A slice of pizza. Hey, that's a good one, huh?
Yeah.
That's the thing, for that price, getting this good quality product, but because the next brand that has the license is doesn't sell it for less than $50, and after that you can find 100, 120, 150. There are more details. They have more accessories, maybe changing faces, changing hands, whatever. But
maybe not. I mean, we have, here you can see we have multiple head portraits, multiple, hand gestures.
Mm-hmm.
We have a lot of detail in these. I mean, we've been building action figures in very complex products for a decade plus.
That's
So,
right.
we have a lot of proficiency in building
Mm-hmm.
action figures. I mean, even from, this is our Sasuke from Naruto. It's very extraordinarily detailed.
Mm-hmm.
This is our Sauron from Lord of the Rings. So we have all the nuance and detail that collectors love. Here's Aang from Avatar: The Last Airbender.
Yeah.
And it is our proficiency. It's our core competency. We're able to do this effectively and make sure that it's comfortable on the end consumer, so they can participate without breaking the bank. And that was the idea. Our idea is to create great products. I mean, these things are, they got some weight to them. They're healthy.
Yeah, pretty nice colors, pretty nice paint. Actually, I was going to make a point. I was going to say, they have intelligent and maybe in other hands, other faces, but Loyal Subjects has the same thing for a much minor price. So that's, everyone has the right to sell their products on the price they decide it's okay. But, Loyal Subjects really, really makes things affordable, even for, for people who has years into collecting. And for people who's going, maybe starting on it, even if they are children or if they are already adults, but they are just starting, and it's an affordable way to start a collection. And also, well, besides the Ninja Turtles, there are also others like Beetlejuice going over there. Is that correct?
Yeah, yeah. So we have a cadre of, 50 licenses. So the best action is supposed to be a variety. I mean, we do both best assortment. So if you go to the pegs at retail, you're going to get a splash of TV cartoon. You'll get a splash of movie, a splash of action adventure sci-fi, an anime splash. It's like I said, you saw Naruto or, Spike Spiegel from Cowboy Bebop, So we want to touch all those bases. We have a big music slate. So we do Kiss, we do, AC/DC, we do Slash from Guns N' Roses, we do Ozzy Osbourne. So the idea is that we're really your one-stop action figure pop culture shop. And that's really our persona. And we got a lot of properties to crank through. We have a fairly big turtle statement coming over the next 20 months with a fairly big avatar statement, a fairly big music statement, and we'll pepper it in with anime. We got add-ons to the Lord of the Rings. We got add-ons to Naruto, and so it's exciting times in the best action world. I mean, we're talking about the action figure platform being about a $25 million platform, and it's available to a lot of people, and it has the same sort of nuances that collectibles have, but it's accessible, and
Yeah.
that's the whole point.
Collecting is for me with everyone. It should not be something elitist. And I totally agree with you on that thing. But now that you were talking about, musicians and rock stars, have you sent their own figures to the rock stars or to their families? Have you received any feedback from them?
They approve them. So Angus Young from AC/DC, he's the guy who approves the figure. Slash, he literally approves the figure. Sharon Osbourne actually was the one doing all the notes for Ozzy.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Ozzy won't do it by himself.
But I mean, but he signs off on it and he says it's cool. It's music is really cool that way. I mean, we've had it with some talent like Lord of the Rings. Sir Ian McKellen approved his figure. We have some Starship Troopers figures we're doing right now. Jake Busey approved his figure. Actually wrote us a note, said he was blown away by the likeness.
Oh,
He said it's like looking in a mirror. So it's, we have an extraordinarily talented team. Our creative team is cooking on, all cylinders. Our senior designer and design group are just really talented. Our sculpting group is really talented. So, I might be the voice piece for the company, but there's so many hands and minds and talents that go into making these products, and I'm just a piece of that puzzle.
You can notice that. You can notice the love on the things you do when you see an actual loyal subjects figure.
Yeah.
But tell us, there is a big milestone that you recently did, that you achieved, sorry, which was an exclusive deal with Amazon, and that's something big. Well, obviously because Amazon is the greatest store in the world, but then coming back a little bit with the other brands that have the Turtles license or any musicians or anything, the biggest problem is that when they get released, there are these resellers, that they get sold out in seconds,
Well,
literally.
with turtles, it isn't Amazon, it's Walmart.
Sorry?
We have Walmart is for the United States, it's Walmart. That's the distribution point for Turtle. So Walmart's buying out the market in the United States.
Oh.
Now, for you guys in Mexico, it's going to go where Novelmex's customers are. So we have in the United States, we have exclusivity with Walmart on Turtles.
It was on Turtles.
Yeah, when you go to Mexico, I think Novelmex, it's their stores that they sell to. So I'm sure they'll be at Liverpool and sort of the cadre of stores that Novelmex sells to. But we do have our own Amazon storefront. So we have our own brand registry. It's amazon.com/the loyal subjects. And there is there's a bunch of products that we're loading up, and we're doing a lot of FBA, which is fulfilled by Amazon. And it's hard to actually get those stores, believe it or not, the brand registry stores. So we have our own Amazon store, and anybody could shop there. Again, amazon.com/the loyal subjects. But as far as Turtles is concerned, the opportunity is going to be Walmart. They're
Walmart. Oh, I see. Okay.
Or the United States.
In the United States, yeah. Recuerden, amigos, que las tortugas y demás figuras de Loyal Subjects son distribuidas aquí en México, por lo menos en México, por nuestros amigos de Novelmex. Las pueden encontrar en Liverpool o incluso en la tienda de Novelmex. Ellos tienen su propia tienda para que también adquieran sus figuras. Do you know who distributes them in any other countries, like, Argentina, Brazil, or have you reached that market?
Chile is called Geeks.
Mm-hmm.
Chile is going to be Geeks. In Europe's going to be PBM and Heo. In Australia, it's going to be Banter. And that store, their main account's a retailer called Big W.
Mm-hmm.
And so, we're working right now with Comic Cave in Dubai, and we're going to have some products with them as well. We're going to get some nice coverage on this for sure. Walmart's really going to, they're going to be a pretty clean opportunity for a lot of things, and they're going to get special packs and some other things that we're doing. So, we're not necessarily doing it to keep it limited. We're doing it to really make a statement, a solid statement, and cohesive, and make sure that it has, a lot of consistency. So that's why we're doing it at Walmart. I think the byproduct is of what you're talking about, the resellers. It's people excited about action figures and new figures and, properties they love. And, it's, we don't have any control over that, and the retailers don't have any control over that. But, hopefully we're fortunate that we have that same sort of kind of visceral reaction that, NECA and some of the other brands have at retail. And so far for best action at Walmart, we've been the number 2-3 slot for the entire time. So it's cooking for us.
Well, coming back a little bit with the thing that I was going to say about resellers, and I was giving the Turtles example because it's the one we receive the most, complaints when we have anything related to Turtles figures. But I'm pretty resellers are everywhere. So, anyway, having this deal with Amazon also, but at least guarantees a better distribution and tries to avoid these practices that may create this lack of figures and people who actually want to, have a collection, start a collection, and the actual target for the figure may not reach it. So that's a big thing anyway for regarding Amazon.
Well, we're going to put the product out, and we have a certain block of inventory. We'll put it out, and if it sells out, and there's other figures that we're working on for Turtles, and so we might cycle things in and out. But it's, as far as opportunity to buy, it's, there is an idea. If you see it on shelf, grab it. Amazon's not an endless supply of inventory. Amazon actually has a certain block of inventory too.
Oh yeah.
It's all limited to what we bring in. And so Amazon right now is about 10% of our business. So still the majority of business is at retail, right? So retail still has the biggest block of inventory.
So how's been doing the retail, after so many toy stores, Toys R Us or the big ones have closed? I know Walmart, it's pretty big, say Walmart can be a nation on its own. Yeah. But have you find any difficulties after all these toy retailers closing, or you just had to move to different stores, or what was the method used to try to heal a little bit this big hit that was the toy retailers closing, even more after the pandemics?
Well, Toys R Us closed a couple years ago, so it's, you know, there's been strategies. I mean, Toys R Us was great because it was a big box toy store. I mean, the only thing in there was toys, right? Toys, you know, skates, skateboards, things like that. So you had a lot of room to experiment in Toys R Us. You know, you had big, huge boxes and small boxes. You know, with Walmart and Target, they're not necessarily toy stores. They're everything stores, right? And they probably sell,
Everything.
100,000 times more diapers than they do a single toy, right? So it's the toy aisles when you walk into those stores are, you know, you're talking about 10 shelves total. You know, we're talking Toys R Us. The entire store is a toy store, right? So, um, you know, everybody wants a Toys R Us back just because it's a fun experience, and it was a laboratory. It allowed experimentation, it allowed fun ideas. It didn't confine space. It didn't confine boxes. You know, you could go as big as you want and small as you want. And there seemed to be an audience. And if you know, it didn't do well, then you're back to the drawing board, right? Walmart and Target are so competitive because there's only so much space. So, you know, you really have the largest toy companies in the world looking to take the space there, and they own most of the space, but, you know, they really want all the space. That's the idea of, you know, market competition. So you really have to be sharp, you know, you got to be really on your game, and you have to have a compelling business proposal to make it happen. You know, the Loyal Subjects is, you know, has done well in mass retail, and it's, you know, it's really exciting. But yeah, Toys R Us is that idea, I think, still exists because people want a big box toy store to play in. So I think that's good. Now the closures and the pandemic, I think they affected everybody because effectively the whole world closed for 7 months.
Yeah.
so,
Right.
so, you know, I mean, third and fourth quarter really picked up because that demand was there and things started to reopen. And then, you know, that's playing out through this year of, you know, there's a lot of growth opportunity. And for our business, there's a ton of growth opportunity this year and then spilling into 2022. But yeah, it's, you know, you didn't have the, what you call at once business, you know, just getting, you know, fly by night POs from Hot Topic or GameStop, which were, you know, essentially shuttered. So it's like we had 5,500 stores that closed overnight, you know, and then back open and things started to pick up again. But hey, it's business. It's all good.
Yeah, in the end, unfortunately, it's business, and you have to find a way to adapt and survive. You know.
It is, you know, fortunately, entertainment is always a good draw for when there's sort of this, you know, constriction in the economy, or when anything happens, people really depend on entertainment to lift their spirit. So we're part of that entertainment profile.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
That's right. And now, in regard of Latin America, what news do you have for us in this? I know that, well, you say that they are being distributed, for example, in Mexico by Novelmex, Geeks in Chile, and any others. But any news for us? Any maybe exclusives? Any special editions? Something over
yeah,
there?
you got to talk to Omar. You got to bring Novelmex into the conversation, and I'm sure we'll get some stuff cooking with them. But they've done remarkable. We're shipping a lot of products to Mexico right now. Omar and Dieter, the owners of Novelmex, are doing a great job getting our brand statement out to retail and getting people hit to the Loyal Subjects brand as we start to become, you know, collector focused brand in your market. But yeah, you know, fans speak up, tell us what you want, and then, you know, our distributors will certainly jump in and service it.
Okay, and for example, now that we're talking about Novelmex, and have you tried to reach more local licenses? Something in Chile, maybe, I don't know, Condorito, Mexico, El Chavo del Ocho, or any Mexican thing like Luchadores, you know?
It's
Have you tried to reach for more local markets with Loyal?
it's always, it's always a potential. I mean, we ask, what is that potential? Speaking in those local markets with an indigenous, like a really genuine voice is important, so, yeah, we're open to the opportunities. If the opportunities are there, we'll pursue it. But yeah, we want to speak to the people and represent the people in those markets that the Loyal Subjects brand is accessible in, and we'll continue to do that and workshop it and see what turns you guys on, and and continue to try to fill that pipeline with stuff that you really want.
Well, that's great that you think about the local markets this way. Now, after getting the shots, did you already got your shots or not? Your vaccine?
Yeah, I was fully vaccinated back in April. So, we're all good over here.
Ah, that's great. And with the world, coming back to normal, what about the conventions? Do you miss the actual conventions? Do you think there will be already a toy fair in 2022? Are you coming to any maybe Comic-Con or any convention in Latin America or any other country? What do you think will be the future for events? Do you think we are just going back to normal as nothing happened before? Or there will be any changes over there after everyone has got the shot?
Well, the United States is doing pretty decent. LA is doing really good. There's a high vaccine rate in Los Angeles, so our community is really opening up. There's a very low infection rate in the community, next to no deaths, which is good news. So LA is doing remarkable. Some other cities in the United States are really doing remarkable and have done a great job rolling out the vaccines. Now, as far as trade shows, Toy Fair 22 is on. It's like we've already made our deposits. We have our booth picked out, the whole thing. So, we have a booth design meeting next month to start getting that going. That's done. That's happening. I think Nuremberg is going to happen in late January. Hong Kong is questionable in early January. There's infections that keep breaking out in Yantian and Shenzhen. And so and there's still travel restrictions into Hong Kong, with, these periods where what's the term I'm looking for, where you have to isolate in the hotel for 14 days and things like that. So we'll see what happens in Hong Kong. I still can't fly into China because of the restrictions, even though my business is there. It's probably not to 2022 that we can actually get back over there, but Toy Fair's on. I would say, I think there's a Comic-Con in September in Mexico City, right? So
No, it was moved to March of next year. It's actually La Mole, and last time we spoke with Novelmex and Loyal Subjects, you promised us that you were going to be at the booth in.
Yeah. Okay. So when that one happens, I'll be down there. I think Comic-Con's really moved to 2022 here in the United States. There's a couple small conventions that are happening, but I have to take into consideration and worries and hesitancies of my staff, because it's my job to make sure that everybody feels protected and safe. So I'll continue to do that, and we'll be pretty vigilant about it. But as everything, the world gets back to doing what the world does. COVID's probably going to be with us forever, just like the Spanish flu is with us forever. And, hopefully we can get to herd immunity, and the vaccines are more plentiful, and people participate with vaccines to get this back on track. But yeah, it's, trade shows are not going to be held down. They'll come back up. They'll come back online.
Oh, that's good to know, at least for the geek industry. And now, is there any project, any license you're working on that you can maybe tell us, or any announcement do you have over there, any exclusive?
Well, I gave you a bunch of announcements, but
that doesn't get you in trouble.
Yeah, no, I think you really kind of got the rundown. We are doing we are working with Walmart on a lot of things. We're doing a lot of GPK, garbage pail kid stuff with Walmart. Stranger Things, that I guess that's one to announce. We're doing a GPK Stranger Things mashup, and which is really, really cool. We have a pullback racer garbage pail kid product that we're making that's extraordinarily cool. Our main customer is Walmart here in the United States for it, and again, we have a couple. I think we got a battle damage turtle 4-pack, this size, but they're grayscale with battle scars on them, and it's a collector box 4-pack, only 500 made, and that's going to be sold at Walmart as well. So that's what we got going on. There's going to be a lot of best action. The other thing, if you have any Mexican listeners that are in the United States, we have Target is launching Superama, the Marvel series. They're launching in about 3 weeks, which is really exciting. We're really excited about that.
Yeah, I remember the blisters. They were really, really beautiful.
They're very beautiful. It's a very beautiful product and really affordable. It's $16.99. So we're really stoked on that.
Mm-hmm.
And then again, we have other partners here in the United States: Box Lunch, GameStop, Books A Million, Calendar Club. I mean, we have a pretty broad retail base, but we are doing a lot of building with Target and Walmart here in the United States.
Talking about, now that you mentioned garbage pail kits, are you aware or have you ever heard about the Mexico Against the Garbage Pail kits?
No.
Okay. During the 80s, when the garbage pail kits came in here, before the TMNT and any of these commercial deals between countries, garbage pails kits had so much success. People bringing them from the USA, but also all these parents associations, religious associations, all that. It became such a taboo that actually garbage pails kits is the only item in the Mexico customs law that has a specific article forbidding its importation to Mexico.
Oh, wow.
Garbage pails is going to be imported to Mexico. Just remember to tell that to Diego and Dieter from Novelmex. You don't want to get in trouble.
Yeah, banned from Mexico.
They are banned from Mexico. They have a specific article in the customs law.
Yeah.
Anybody, and it describes it. Kids in nasty, dirty, situations known as garbage pail kids. You can ask them Novelmex. I swear it.
It's too vulgar. Yeah, that's funny. I actually didn't know that the reach went beyond the United States.
Mm-hmm.
It was really famous here, but I had no idea that it had an international presence.
They got famous, but I will call it more infamous in Mexico. But yeah, it's pretty hard to find garbage pail kits over here because of that. They are actually forbidden.
Well, if some of your viewers travel up to the States,
Yeah.
especially some of your viewers that are in the southern border, your northern border, our southern border, and they hit a Walmart, jackpot.
That's right. If you can just cross the border,
you're good. Yeah, you're good.
Okay, I can look to the other side with these bags of dust. Yeah. But hey, you have garbage pail kids over here. What's going on? Come on.
Yeah, totally. No, so all the fans that go in through southern Texas or Arizona or California, make sure you hit a Walmart and then bring it back.
That's right. Well, actually, that's pretty old. It's from the 80s, so most likely newest, customs agents or even.
It's still gross. Yeah.
Maybe they don't even know about this article, so probably you can just go there and just, I'm bringing some garbage pail kits.
Yeah. Maybe they're not so grossed out by it anymore.
Yeah, it's old news, but that article is still there in the Mexican law. So
That's very funny.
it's
That's
very
very.
funny, you know.
All right.
So
Well, yeah. There's, that's what else we have going on, and
mhm. So, well, Jonathan, it's been such a pleasure to speak with you as always, and with loyal subjects, and well, hope to see you here in Mexico. Uh, you may need to to do some plans with Novelmex to come here in March when La Mole takes place.
yeah, absolutely. I mean,
I
we'd
will
love to
see you at
come.
the booth over there. I go every year, so I'm pretty sure I will see you there, and hope that you keep bringing these high quality yet affordable figures. Like I said, this is I could mention this is the biggest advantage loyal subjects have. Well, obviously, well, the fun factor and everything, but for people who actually wants to collect or wants to give a present to a child and or any of this, that's unfortunately sometimes it's about the price. And loyal subjects obviously reaches that goal with with flying colors, and
Yeah,
we
I mean, the goal is just to turn people on, give them a really genuine, fun experience. So
that's correct. With the price of one figure of some brands, you can buy five or six loyal subjects, and for sure you have a good quality on your hands. And we really appreciate that as collectors, as geeks, or fans of the series you have licensed. And I don't know, you didn't mention if you are working on any license over there. I know you're always on talking with them, but I know if you are close to seal or close a deal with an actual one over there.
yeah, we have a lot. We got 51 licenses to work through right now. I think our licensing slate's pretty solid.
Yeah, I understand what you mean. And well, you mentioned also that last time Loyal Sayx say that we're planning to create your own action figures, but with actual original characters.
Yeah,
Or
we're working on it right now. It's actually had um, some very good conversations with a really famous publisher about doing some of the paper, comic and graphic novel stuff on one of our properties. So there's going to be a lot coming in the next 18 months. Just keep your eyes peeled.
well, that's actually how He-Man started. They were creating the toy, and no, it doesn't convince. There is also cartoon. Yeah,
That's how
they
it all
just
started.
they
That's how
faked it.
most of it starts.
They faked it until they made it. So
No, they made cool toys, and then they had to essentially make a commercial for the toys. But I mean, that's kind of status quo. That's how toys were done in the 80s. I mean, it's changed a little bit now. It's just the studios have so much power, and the content has become so powerful. Transformers started off as a toy.
mhm.
GI Joe. There's an original GI Joe, but the GI Joe that the character sets that people really identified, those started off as toys. Yeah, He-Man started off as toy. A lot of these start off toys, and then you have to create the content to help drive the story.
Mhm.
So
But now, like you say, you're talking with publishers to maybe support this original, these new IPs that you're creating over there at the Loyal Subjects, right?
yeah, I mean that's our talent, really. I mean we're good product developers, character developers. So we're really, I think, proficient at story and character development, and so um, it's a natural extension of our business, and we're going to take some pretty good swings, and branch out to different areas of media, and so we're pretty excited about that. But yeah, there's a lot more coming, man.
That's great to hear, as always. Well, Jonathan, thank you so much for your time for this conversation. We're looking forward for any announcement you have for us, or even with these IPs you're creating. Whatever comes in, just
Yeah,
let
well,
us know. And I hope that we can talk again soon about any new projects from the loyal subjects.
All right, we'll keep it cooking, man. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Thank you so much, Jonathan.